do, what it do, y'all. What it do? It's your favorite YouTuber, guys. Y'all subscribe to the channel. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let's run this motherfucking bell up, man. Let's get to it. Let's do it, guys. Let's run it up. Let's do it, man. This is my first time watching it with y'all. It's your favorite YouTuber. It's your boy in the building, man. The best of the best, man. You rocking with the motherfucking greatest, man. You could be anywhere in the world, but you here with me right now, and I appreciate it.
I was feeling today. I'm just going to be honest with you. I was doing wrong. I was doing nothing.
Today's story will take you to a world where there is no screaming or violent resistance, no chaos. But instead there are silent actions, potential wrong decisions, and the collapse of trust when willing to trade to pursue values that do not belong to you. Let's follow.
Manager get caught stealing 5,000 products, man.
It is baffling that someone with a personal financial cushion would decide to break the law to make money from work, leading to serious consequences.
Here, and you didn't have the funds, or you already had the funds, you just didn't want to touch your savings.
I don't want to touch myself.
On September 9th, 2024, police received a shocking report of an attempted betrayal when trust was broken from within the store. A store manager took advantage of the cashback system to embezzle more than $5,275, converting it into gift cards and transferring it to a personal account.
How are you? Good. Walter, nice to meet you.
Terrible, bro. This is terrible. And this is a black woman. Why in the black community we always try to get discounts and shit? We always trying to get these 5-figure. We don't want to pay for nothing in the black community. We always try to go through life getting everything free. So shout out to Coach Greg Adams, man, that YouTuber. He said so. In the black community, we always trying to get everything free in the business. We always trying to finesse them. We always trying to rob. We always trying to do this somehow. Somehow, some way we trying to do this. This young lady is stealing. Young girl. Young chick, well, maybe older than me though, but young chick, decent looking girl, pretty chick, decent looking, she's not ugly, she easy on the eyes. I mean, stealing instead of getting another job or doing overtime or just trying to find a better job. I'm gonna steal, so I'm gonna put my family at risk. I'm probably a mother, and I'm gonna put my freedom at risk of doing this. So I can do it. See, your rap music will tell you this in the community, in the culture. Get it by any means necessary, Malcolm X, or you gotta hustle, scam, and steal. See, only the black community upholds this, honor this degeneracy right here. This is what's fucked up about the community. That's why the community is so dysfunctional. It's in disarray because of this fucking shit. Because we rather goddamn live by pop culture and dumbass rap music and accepting it as entertainment, and people are accepting this as a way of life. But see, when you get caught up in this jam, you're gonna be in prison eating zoom zooms and wham whams. Or when you gotta pay restitution fees to the victims, basically you gotta pay back money that you stole or owe and pay your probation officer or your ankle monitor, these court fees. See, you got to pay that stuff back, community service and all that. See, your homies in the streets ain't going to be there for you. See, they going to be off living they happy-go-lucky life, and you going to be shit out of luck. Now, you going to be more fucked up than what she been. But let's continue the video. I don't want to keep ranting and raving.
Long-term debt that exceeded $5,000, $5,275 exact. The associate was doing fraudulent refunds, funded it onto a gift card, the gift card to her own personal credit card for her own personal use. So she was taking fraudulent orders and making those orders into refunds. Then we interview her, once we interview her, get back to everything that she did.
So essentially, she was
Correct.
okay, and it red flagged it essentially, and then you looked into it.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. So then when you had that, then you spoke to her, and then that's when she admitted to it in her statement?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We talked to her in private. Yep. All right.
An investigation was launched when transactions were handled skillfully 6 times over 3 weeks, using methods designed to conceal the theft, successfully pocketing $3,852.25. The motives for this series of misdeeds included car rental fees for travel and rent payments.
All right, ma'am. So, do you know why we're here?
She used the
So
money
before
for
going
car
in-
travel
to
and
going
rent.
forward, I'm just going to make sure that you are aware of your Miranda warnings. You have the right to remain silent and not answer any questions. Do you understand that? Any statement you make must be freely and voluntarily given. Do you understand? With those right in mind, are you choosing to speak with me?
Speak.
So, I'm Detective Perillo with Palm County Sheriff's Office. How you doing? You alright? Again, this is just an investigation at this point. So let's start fresh.
Can I ask some questions?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you guys are completely honest?
Are we completely honest? Yeah.
Okay. But this.
Oh, the girl so green. She green as fuck. She don't know not to shut the fuck up when you in trouble. Guys, if you ever get caught up, if you want to be on the other side of the law, see, I'm a sidewalk nigga. I am a civilian. I'm a square. I'm not doing anything that's going to scam, rob, kill, steal. If you going to be on the other side of the law, at least be knowledgeable of the law. She is ignorant. They're going to play her like a goddamn banjo. They're going to play her like a goddamn, they're going to play her like a flute, boy. They're going to play her like a Morocco. Just boom, beat on that shit like a Congo. She is so ignorant. Her ignorance is their bliss. Her ignorance is their joy. Guys, when you get caught up, shut the fuck up. Stop trying to talk your way out. When they got you sitting down in the interrogation room, they already have all the information that they need. They already gathered all their facts, including they just want your doofus ass to tell on yourself. Don't be that guy. If you're going down, go down with a fight. Do not make them crackers do their job. Don't goddamn tell these crackers your fucking business. Don't tell these crackers don't give a fuck about you. It ain't gonna help you because they don't determine, the police don't determine your sentence, guys. See, this is why you have to be knowledgeable. You need to research, read books. The police don't determine your prison time. That's between the prosecutor. That's between the prosecutor and the judge. And the prosecutor got to determine what's going to happen. Because the prosecutor got more power than the damn judge and the cop. Because they decide whether they're going to dismiss the case or go forward with the case. They determine that shit. Best thing she could have did is shut the fuck up. Most likely she can't afford a lawyer. All that scamming she did, and still she stole $3,852 to be exact. So the money that she stole, that ain't enough to get no lawyer. Or they want to get a lawyer for this charge. So she fucked. And she probably spent all the damn money on clothes and shit on Pookie and Ray Ray ass and Glocktavius in the hood and bought some clothes and took a trip to Miami. See, that's another thing, guys. You see these women flexing on the ground, flexing on social media, taking trips. A lot of these women are scamming. And they ass about to get picked up and going to jail. They finna pick them up. They under investigation. But let's continue.
Is your office? We're in your office.
I can see some of the officers around.
So, just because you see a lot of officers around doesn't mean you're going to jail. Okay? It doesn't
Bullshit.
mean you're anything.
That is a fucking lie.
Okay? I don't know what's going to happen, what's not going to happen.
Man, you know exactly what's going to happen.
Okay, so you wrote
Cops can lie to you, you
statement.
can't lie to them.
You're the store manager?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Refunded soda orders to my debit card. So somebody comes in, they want to buy soda, you refunded that money.
Oh no, Soda is just the name of our online orders.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
okay. So somebody makes a purchase online under the soda.
You better literally tell
Basically,
herself.
what happened was
Man, this is a cakewalk, bro.
abandoned
Straight
orders.
cakewalk.
And abandoned orders is basically
Easy money
online
sniper,
orders that
bro.
customers have
Easy
not
money.
picked up. And these were old abandoned orders, so these were like back in like
This is
2020.
horrible
What I
behavior.
did was I took those abandoned orders and I processed them on this program. So I did the refund from the online orders and I put it on a gift card. And after I put it on a gift card, I went to the register and I took that refunded money and put it in my debit card.
Okay, so you essentially refunded the money to a gift card and then cashed out that gift card going to your bank account. Approximately $3,852.25. How did you come up with that total?
So I believe I did it, I think 6 times of that same process.
Over the past how long?
3 weeks.
She don't know nothing
6
about the
times in
law,
total?
boy. They love goofies like
This
you.
is, you're willing
Straight
to pay it back?
doofus.
Yes.
Sucker.
But then just the fear of getting
Man,
evicted
I'll be
from
like,
my
I'm shutting
home.
the fuck
What's
up.
going
I
on
want
there?
my lawyer.
So what happened was I was in a car accident. I want to say May 24th.
They don't give a fuck about your
23rd,
sob
end of
story.
May. And
They don't
it
care.
resulted in a total loss of money. And because of that car accident, our
She laughing like
insurance
this is a
raised
game.
up to
She
$2,000
think
a
this is
year.
cute.
Wow.
Also, like, because I didn't have a car, I had to pay every week for a rental car so I can come to work. And on top of that, We also have to pay rent, which is $2,400. It's only me and my dad working. And so because we were so short on money, we didn't have enough to pay the house.
Oh. She not only used the stolen money to buy a gift for her sister, but also bought an iPad and, ironically, to work at the same place she stole it. Even more surprising, she still had the money saved but chose not to touch it, promising a surprising end to her behavior.
I've also used the gift card separately to purchase an iPad and AirPods. It's not included in the refund. What do you mean by that? You used that cycle that you used to put it on a gift card, and then instead of taking the gift...
Use it as an excuse. And this girl look like a goddamn square herself, but she don't seem like a ratchet, even though her face is kind of blocked out. I don't know why they got it like that. Her face is kind of blacked out and shit. But anyways, besides the case, this girl seemed like a square or whatever, but she out here taking street nigga chances, taking penitentiary chances, doing street nigga shit, instead of being a sidewalk nigga like myself. So she used the money that she was stealing not to pay bills and catch up on bills, even though it's no excuse to steal. It's no excuse whatsoever. However, you didn't do it to catch up on bills, take care of your kids. If you're going to crash out, hey, I'm not telling you to do it, but hey, if you're going to go down, at least go down for something worth your while. At least go down for a purpose. So you decided to buy an iPad and earpods and shit. And you had money saved up. Plus you live with your dad. So your dad, I'm pretty sure if you're living with your parents, I don't know, in the black community, I don't think it's cool to kick kids out at 18 just because they're 18 or whatever. I think it's wrong. Let the kids build wealth. But you living with your pops. It sounds like you got a relationship with your pops. Most black folks in the community don't have a relationship with their pops. That's good. Great to you. That's amazing. So I'm pretty sure your pops was paying majority of those bills. Whatever your job is, probably couldn't even afford to keep up with the life, keep up with the upkeep or whatever, the maintenance or the necessities of the bills. So you decided to steal and finesse and for your own personal leisure. I'm not buying that excuse that she did it because she needed the money. No, she did it because she just wanted extra money. She wanted to floss. She wanted to flex on the ground, flex on the internet, flex on her friends, shit like that. Get hair, lashes, and buy some weed for her homies and shit, for some hood niggas. And I'm pretty sure some hood dudes told her about this. Some street niggas told her about this shit. Yeah, girl, I know a way you can get some more money and shit. You can finesse the system till your ass get caught. Now you about to get, you most likely gonna get a felony. This is a felony.
And the AirPods. All I knew at the time was to put the funds in a gift card, and that was it.
Okay.
And so I just used it to purchase an iPad and AirPods for my sister's birthday.
Your sister got the iPad and AirPods?
I have the iPad, she has the AirPods.
Okay. So you started doing this because of rent to help your parents out so you guys don't get evicted. Then sister's birthday came up and said, hey, let me do it again, and then I'll get her the AirPods, and you get the iPad. Did you need the iPad? Like, were you going?
It was good.
Hell no, you don't fucking need that. Oh my goodness. Shut the fuck up. She is talking too much.
So this is the gift card that you use to purchase
She
the
is talking way too damn much.
So I did have another card you thought.
The $928.40 is the current available balance. Wow. Seems like you are sorry for what you did.
You are sorry.
To pay it back.
You a sorry motherfucker. You sorry as shit for stealing. You sorry you got caught. That's what you're sorry. You see, one thing about a thief ain't gonna a thief in that. See, there's no honor amongst thieves, guys. See, a thief ain't gonna stop till it get caught. And this woman who's stealing probably was lying. She's probably a habitual liar or perpetual liar as well. See, once you lie like this, you're gonna steal. And then you can continue to do other heinous crimes. Now, this is a very heinous crime right here. Now, this is very heinous right here. And she seemed like a docile woman or whatever, but that's why I say looks can be deceiving. She on the other side of the law. She is a criminal. This is criminal shit right here. This is criminal shit. And, she don't seem like, she don't got the ghetto persona or the ghetto aura. She seemed like a docile, nice, demure girl, but she a straight bitch. She taking penitentiary chances and crashing out right here and throwing her future away for over $3,000 an iPad. That's terrible to me, man. This is fucking awful. Tragic. Let's continue. No, you can't. You had to steal it.
You have savings? Just to wrap it all up, you stole numerous times throughout August
Let's
and
say September.
even though you had the money in the account, in the savings account.
No, my savings, that was money I've been saving for my paycheck
But
over the course of time.
But what I'm saying, I'm just trying to put the logic. So, because you're stealing from here, you didn't have the funds, or you already had the funds, you just didn't want to touch your savings.
I don't want to touch my savings.
So if your parents were like, hey, I need money, you could have gone into your savings and pulled out some money.
I didn't want to because it took me a long time to build up that savings. The savings I have now, before, it took me I want to say 2 years to build the savings I have now.
Okay.
But before I had completely nothing because I keep giving money to my parents over and over and I'm always left with nothing and I got sick of it.
Okay.
So then I tell myself that this time I don't want to lose my savings because I want to be able to get out.
Okay.
Fortunately, this stupid act was caught early because this was not just a moment of impulse, but a deliberately planned scam to bypass the system, which begs the question, how many similar cases have gone undetected?
How did you come up with this system? That's pretty creative to go online, look up old orders, refund them back to yourself as a gift card. Like, how'd you come up with that? Somebody else teach you this? Did you just think it outside the box? What do you think? What's going on?
I can't say.
Can't say? Please feel free to say whatever you want.
Man, this is terrible. So she said her parents would keep giving her money. Hey, I don't agree with it. I don't believe parents should take money from children. How the hell you gonna get out? But this ain't no excuse to break the law. I'm not gonna say this is an excuse to break the law. I will never say break the law and put your freedom and put your record, your clean record. Now her record is gonna fuck her up with getting more potential jobs. And then she created this scam. Not only she did this one time, not just a little one time, she did this multiple times. So she got greedy. See, once you're stealing, guys, you're going to get greedy. Then you become accustomed to stealing. You feel entitled. See, a lot of scammers like her, they're not what you would call rude. Have a good, nice aura. They're very polite. They're very easygoing. They have great manners. They have and that's how phony they are. They're phony. They put on this facade. They're fugazi. They're like Moissanite diamonds. They're not genuine. Look at this aura she give her. She don't seem like she would do something. She don't seem like she will harm a fly. But this woman is a fucking criminal. What a fucking loser. I believe she's making up these excuses or whatever. And somebody probably taught her how to do this. Maybe it was a friend of hers, a guy she's fucking with. She's dealing with a Pookie, Glocktavius, a Raekwon, Jaquan, Daquan Dre. Somebody probably I don't think she came up with something like this. Or she learned from someone. Or I don't know how she came up with this elaborate plot, this intricate plot. But this was if she came up with a plot like this to scam the system, she could have came up with a plot to get out of her parents' house and to continue to save money the right way. Instead, if you came up with something illegal to do, imagine with something positive you could have. Imagine something legal you could have done. Instead of coming up with something illegal to try to scam the system. Beating the system never works, guys. See, that's why you think taking a shortcut by stealing and finessing motherfuckers, I got away with it. You're not getting away with it for too long. You may get away with it a few times, but eventually your ass gonna get caught, bro. Eventually you're gonna get caught. See, while you out here buying iPads and going on trips, the cops are watching you. He started noticing the shit. So if you came up with something illegal, imagine what you could have came up legal to get out of your parents' house. You could have got out of it. You could have came up with a better strategic plot to do this instead of illegal. You made this bed for yourself. You got to lay in that motherfucker.
She don't want the worst. I told her about my financial situation, so she told me about this.
And she did this prior? Did
Now
she
she tell her. Yes, she's going to tell.
She did? And that's why they let her go?
She did.
Did she get arrested?
I don't know.
But she was like, hey, this is a good idea. even though she got caught. It's kind of weird.
Oh,
I did have second thoughts. I was just like, is this right? And then she was like, it's a ban in order, so it won't go against you. So I trusted her knowledge.
bullshit.
Where is the iPad now? And AirPods.
In my house.
In your house? I'll give you a call earlier in the morning. Grab the iPad. Grab the headphones.
Okay, so do I wait or do I start leaving?
You have been free to go this entire time.
Oh,
It's just an investigation,
I
so
thought I had to wait. Oh,
yeah, you're not detained. You're not under custody, and we're at
You
your
go
work.
get arrested. You
So
did not get off scot-free.
answering those questions. I'll give you a call earlier in the morning. Grab the iPad. Grab the headphones.
okay, so do I wait or do I start leaving?
You have been free to go this entire time.
Oh,
It's just an investigation,
I
so
thought I had to wait. Oh,
yeah, you're not detained. You're not under custody, and we're at your work.
okay.
So I appreciate you sticking around answering those questions. So I'll talk to him. Here's your phone.
On the honest side, at least she did well in that regard. But following in the footsteps of a colleague, she now faces the consequences.
She honestly provided everything. She was not lying.
Being
about
honest.
Anything as much as I can
If
tell.
you were really
Very
honest, she wouldn't have stole this shit in the first place. She's not being honest. She's confessing. See, there's a whole total difference, guys. See, honesty, or whatever the case may be, this is not really honesty. This is a confession. See, being transparent is coming out and telling the truth. And before it even happens, for somebody ask you or tell you to do it, you just being straightforward. See, a confession is when you've already been caught, we got the details, and you just let it all out because we know we caught you. We caught you red-handed. We caught you in your tracks. The jig is up. Enough of your shenanigans. This is a confession. She would have continued to keep on goddamn stealing if she wouldn't have did it. She would have kept on going on this stealing spree, on this robbing spree of hers.
That's why she was able to walk out here.
Yes. So the one thing I'm not sure she told you is, like, it was her. The same thing happened at the Gardens campus, Palm Beach Gardens campus. So the three of them were all doing the same thing.
Three of them.
So there was two people we've terminated.
So she did tell me that as well.
Okay.
She said that she was caught.
And all of this shit gonna be used against her in
She didn't
court.
say the name,
So,
but and she got arrested.
She did
Little did
because
she
she
know.
paid restitution right away. She paid it in full that day. So the only reason we're prosecuting this was the dollar amount, and then she's unable to pay the restitution today.
So she said she would pay it all today.
And we could do that. I mean, I can get Terrence back on the phone and give him a call. Because she told Terrence that she wasn't able to pay for it.
I don't know if she's able to or not. She just said she would.
Right. Well, she said in the statement she's willing to pay it back, but she told Terrence that she couldn't pay it all today.
Okay.
So, and that's why he said we had to prosecute, because it's kind of like he said there was a certain level that where it's automatically prosecute if they don't pay.
So I'm gonna have her meet me tomorrow with the iPad and the AirPods.
Okay.
So I can return those to. So you don't have the box for this one? Okay, so basically where we're at, you know what you did. You're gonna have to go to jail for it. Okay? Okay? You don't have any priors, right? You've never been arrested. Your charges are gonna be felony grand theft. That's over $3,000. And scheme to defraud. Honestly, that's not up to me. But since you have no priors, I think people will leave within an hour. Okay? You have funds. You can bail yourself out.
I mean, consequences to your actions, guys. Guys, when you break the law, this is what happens. There are consequences. When you decide to steal, when you decide to, goddamn, when you decide to steal and rob, it's what come with it. See, the rappers ain't gonna tell you about you gonna be sitting in that lonely ass cell eating zoom zooms and wham whams in that jam. When your ass goddamn, when you fucked up down bad, they ain't gonna tell you about this shit. Now shit real. Shit got real now. Shit got hectic. Goddamn, you down bad. You fucked. You've cooked. You've cooked. You done. Well done like a steak. Sure you well done. Finish. Barbecue chicken. Put some seasoning on that motherfucker. The reason to cry now, wasn't crying when you was stealing. Now you hemmed up. Now you want to cry. You weren't crying when you was stealing. Don't cry now. Crying when you was stealing.
He was eventually charged with fraud. Under Florida law, a third-degree felony involving an amount between $750 and $20,000 can result in up to 5 years in prison, up to 5 years of probation, and a fine of up to $5,000.
Come on, young lady.
Going up the road.
Put it in your back here, or we move it down when you get downstairs.
Nobody's judging you.
Okay?
Oh Lord, she had a wig on. Strip you of your dignity. Damn, I thought she was looking good with that wig on, but she wasn't. Nobody judging you, or you absolutely judging you. This nigga licking his chops.
Regardless of the reason, stealing is always wrong. She had a real job, and instead of focusing on her work and earning legitimate money to support herself, she chose to commit a crime. This choice not only shattered the trust of those around her, but also sent her into a downward spiral of unintended consequences. Will the trust between criminals be shattered by betrayal during a getaway, or will they find a way to cover for one another? What is the true nature of a person when faced with punishment?
See, guys, crime never pays. And I never understood that shit about people. You work a 9 to 5 and you gonna start to steal from your own business? She should have just started to quit her job and start being a full-time scammer. Why work a 9 to 5? 9 to 5 is for square people. People who's trying to do straight and narrow, who's trying to, do something constructive with their lives or whatever. And you gonna steal from the place of business who hired you? Steal from them? Come on, bro. Ain't never no excuse to steal. I understand everybody got problems. Everybody got issues. Everybody got something going on in life. Everybody got a story. But that don't give us the right to go around stealing shit that don't belong to us and taking shit that don't fucking belong to you. Hey, man, she did this to herself. She did it to herself. And then she learned from somebody. Somebody else told her who got fired there, too. You don't think the same thing's going to happen to you? You don't think she went to jail for the same thing and caught a felony? You got a felony charge. You can face up to 5 years in prison. Now you got to bond out, spend lawyer money. Now you put yourself further behind the 8 ball than you was before. Now you more in massive debt. You thought you were struggling financially. Now it's going to be hard to find a job with a felony. And you got to pay all these lawyer fees, bond out. You making it worse for yourself. Now you about to be in debt up to your eyeballs. And most likely you're going to go back to prison again because you ain't going to find a good, legitimate job. Think about the consequences of your actions. Think about the actions because your actions have consequences. It's consequences to actions, guys. To every action, there's a reaction. To everything you do, there's consequences, guys. Think long and hard before you do something. Think twice. Think 3 times. Because, guys, the same people who say they down for you, they're not down for you. Ain't none of her friends there. They going to take that wig off. They going to tell her to bend over and cough. And all that. They about to strip you of your dignity, of her womanhood. They about to make her feel like a second-class citizen. This is not a game. This ain't none of that rap shit. This ain't none of that TV shit. This is prison. Your ass is going to jail. Once you sit in the back of that car, you thinking about all the shit you could have did differently. All the things you should have done right. This is no longer the movies. Shit real, dog. Let's continue.
Trust of those around her, but also sent her into a downward spiral of unintended consequences. Will the trust between criminals be shattered by betrayal during a getaway, or will they find a way to cover for one another? What is the true nature of a person when faced with punishment?
What's your brother's name?
No, I don't want to get my brother's name.
I figured that much.
I don't want him to be in no trouble.
This story took place on July 5th, 2023, when police were notified of a female suspect and 2 unknown men seen taking merchandise from a local Neiman Marcus store. However, both men fled upon being spotted, leaving the female suspect behind, ready for questioning.
Trying to be a booster. They stealing from Neiman Marcus. Neiman Marcus is a high-end store. So they out here trying to boost this shit. She got caught up. We gonna see if she gonna snitch. I think she gonna snitch. And I don't blame her if she snitch, because snitching part of the streets. But, hey, some people say be a man and do your time. I say goddamn do what's best in the interest of you. When you do crime with somebody, snitching part of the game. That part of the streets. Man, these niggas told on me. That's why it's good to do crime by yourself. If you gonna be on the other side of the law, if you do it by yourself, you ain't gonna have nobody to tell on you. Now, would you? But the first thing of the matter is don't do crime, period. She gonna fold or she gonna bend.
I haven't talked to her yet. Just one. Yeah, the two guys were gone. Even better. Just
We gonna see if she gonna stay solid. Let's see if she stays solid.